Mr. Perks, thank you for asking me to speak to this fine group of people today. Mr. Perks and I went to high school together. Sometime when you have a minute, catch him in the hallway and ask him if he ever skipped school on the opening day of trout season in New York. I seem to remember that I drove. Anyway, my name is William Bennett, and on June 1st, 2017, I retired as a Command Sergeant Major in the United States Army after 31 years of service to our great nation. During that time, I deployed overseas in combat for a total of 6 years and 9 months. In all of my travels, both as a soldier and as a tourist, I've never been to a country that offers every person so many opportunities. Regardless of what some politicians and pundits will say, each of us has the ability to be as successful as our talents and our ambitions will carry us. Although there are people who will try to tell you that we have some kind of class system, we don't. I've seen class systems in other countries. We're nothing like that. The freedoms we have in this country simply don't exist in most of the world. The problem we seem to be having right now is many of our fellow citizens don't know the difference between a right and a privilege. If you want to understand your rights, I suggest that you carry, as I do, a copy of the United States Constitution. I wear out at least 6 or 8 of these a year and give even more of them away when I hear someone has a question or they're not sure about a point of law or a point of the Constitution. It's truly an amazing document that if we taught this in schools, it would solve many of the differences that we have in our country right now. Along with the Constitution, I'd also recommend reading the Federalist Papers. If you want more information on that, I'm sure Mr. Perks can fill you in. We owe our freedom to our veterans. Since the founding of this nation, a small number of people always seem to step up to defend not only our freedoms, but protect the rights of other people around the world. Because of their strength, we are one of the very few countries on earth who haven't witnessed the ravages of war on our shores. And believe me, that isn't something that you want to see in your backyard. When people find out that I'm a veteran, they often say, "Thank you for your service." At first, I didn't know how to respond when they did so because I served, wanted to do it, and never paid any attention to what anybody else was thinking about my service. Now I simply tell them that it was my honor to serve and I would do it all over again. So how should you thank a veteran for their service? Well, simply saying thank you for your service is fantastic. It's much appreciated and everybody likes to be recognized. But the best way you can actually thank a veteran for his or her service is to show us by maintaining a country that we are proud to have served. So how do you do that? Well, volunteer in your community to help those in need. Help a neighbor shovel their sidewalk. It's getting to be wintertime in New York and that's about to happen. Get involved in community organizations that clean up trash on the highway or adopt a park. Decorate a veterans cemetery with flags. Honor our flag. Study history. Our national history is full of warts. So what? Learn about them. Study why they happened and make sure that they don't happen again. In short, just be a good person who make the world a better place. You see, I have 13 of these bracelets with the name of a friend who died in combat on them. This particular one that I'm wearing today honors my friend and roommate of 2 years, Stanley Harriman. Stan the man was killed during Operation Anaconda in Afghanistan on March 2nd, 2002, while serving in 3rd Special Forces Group. Stan didn't have to go to Afghanistan on that trip. He was getting over malaria that he caught in Africa several months before. He lied to the doctors and told them he was 100% simply so he could deploy with his team and execute an anti-terror mission against the Taliban. Stan was killed while calling an airstrike against enemy positions. Honor his memory. I would like to close by thanking you for your service ahead of time to this nation. I know you're going to go out and do great things because it sounds cliche, but it's the truth. The future of our nation rests on your shoulders now. Make this a country that we would be proud to serve again. Thank you, and God bless America.